Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sarah Choi. You guys have noticed that the setting is sort of different. It's because I'm not at my apartment and I'm actually at my family's house because it is a vacation here in Japan. But I still made time to make this video today, so yeah. We're still on schedule here. So like always, thanks for always coming back to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, I talk a lot about true crime cases here in Japan. So if you're interested in those types of content, you're welcome to subscribe. But actually in today's video, I'm not going to be talking about like a specific crime case, but more of a growing issue that has been occurring here in Japan. But before anything, I want you guys to actually watch this clip.
男性が手にしていたのはパックのお茶。それを2点続けざまに懐に入れた。今度は左のポケットにねじ込んだ。
何あれ、エビ？
手にしたのは袋入りの干しエビ。少なくとも3点の商品を懐に入れたままレジへ。当然それらの商品のお金は払っていない。
おさんすいません、お金払ってへんのあるんちゃう？
はい、払ってる。
ちょっと待って、
払ってる。
待って待って、
払ってる。
正直に言わなお父さん。
大体だよ。
全部見てたからさ、
はい。
ちょっとお店まで謝りに行く。
はいはい。
店のバックヤードへ。
買ってないやつは買ってないやつ。買ってない。払いますわじゃなくて、とりあえず貸してほしいね。
ああ、すごいね。
とりあえず全部出して。それだけ？全部出して全部。見てるから全部。
これだけ。
もう一個。
はい、これだけ。
まだあるて。
何いうメディア。
エビは？
これいるか。あ、これか。
全部見てるからさ、
な。
これだけ。
もう大丈夫？
大丈夫。
お茶2点と干しエビ計3点で964円。
なんで今日こんな足払ったん？
偶然にお茶がなかったからな。いいね、やったんやけどな。
男性は80歳以上の高齢者、一人暮らしだという。十分な所持金があり、盗んだ理由はわからない。
赤と黒のチェック、コーヒーがない。
このカゴの中には缶コーヒーが。しかし次の瞬間、
コーヒーがない。コーヒーがない。
カゴからコーヒーが消えた。
入れる入れる入れる入れる入れた入れた。なかなかうまいですね。
女性は商品を手に取り、右手で隠すようにして小さく開けたバッグの口に入れている。商品を次々とバッグの横から入れる。かなり手慣れた様子。レジへ向かう。この時点でバッグに入った商品のお金は払っていない。Gメン石原がその後を追う。
分かってあります？分かってあります？自分で認めないと。ここになんで来たか分かります？なんでか分からんやったら出してほしいんですけど。
観念したのか、バッグから盗んだ商品を出していく。飲み物、リンゴ、インスタント味噌汁、レモン果汁など計6点1080円。
なんで前こういうことしたのにもう一回またうちでこういうことやったんですか？同じこと。
大人やからちゃんと責任取って。
ちょっと万引きの方を捕まえたんで聞いていただきたいんですけど。
店は警察に通報した。
入っていただいたら、はい。
万引きは悪質な犯罪。Gメンは悪いやつを絶対に見逃さない。
For those of you guys that just watched this video and you guys are just like, what the heck just happened? Like, that's like exactly how I reacted when I first watched this video. In this video I just showed you guys, it actually shows senior citizens. So in Japan, the definition of senior citizens are people over the age 65. And it shows these senior citizens getting caught for shoplifting in a supermarket. And as you can see in the video, they have like their own ways and techniques that they use to get away from paying for these items. This actually connects to what I'm going to be talking about today. This is actually a growing problem here in Japan, where more senior citizens are actually getting arrested for shoplifting. So from here, I'm gonna get really into like data, so I might bore you guys, but I'll make sure to try to make it as interesting as possible. But so this whole thing actually starts from 2000. So this graph that I'm gonna be showing on screen, it actually shows how much people that were arrested from 2000 from 2019. And the rest shows numbers of senior citizens, so people age over 65, and gray is age group of people in the age range under 65. And as you can see in the graph, there is a significant decrease in the age group under 65, whereas age group over 65, there is an upgrade in 2000, and from 2006 there are some downs, but overall it stayed the same. Which is why by the time in 2019, so last year, 22% of people that were arrested in 2019 were these senior citizens. And just to give you guys like a more clearer image and to just give you some comparison, in 1989 this number was only 2.1%. As you can see in the numbers, the percentage is actually very small in this time, and it actually was quite rare for people over 65 to get arrested, and it wasn't like something that happened in the norm. But this is not the case today, and at least 1 out of 5 people that get arrested are actually people over the age of 65. I know I'm talking a lot about the numbers of people getting arrested, so you guys might be thinking like, how does that connect with like, you know, old people getting arrested for shoplifting? Like, what is the connection? Well, you'll understand as I get deeper into this statistic. Why exactly old people are even getting arrested in the first place? From the data that I have found, 16% was for violence, 18% was for murder, and 18% for threat, and 18% was for attaining forgotten items of an individual without permission, which I sort of feel like it's like borderline same category as shoplifting, but in the statistics it's categorized differently, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave that there. Finally, shoplifting was 52%. So I probably don't really have to explain any further, but if I were to say in like the most simplest term, the majority of old people that get arrested, it is because of shoplifting. And if we even like further narrow down the numbers to people who are arrested only for shoplifting, this percentage of old people getting arrested automatically goes up to 22% to 40%. From all these information I'm giving you, you can clearly see that there's like a connection with old people getting arrested and shoplifting. Probably when you guys are hearing this, you guys actually have a lot of questions like, why are these old people, like these people that we see so harmless, are shoplifting? Is it just like Japanese old people that are like all of a sudden starting to like rebel all of a sudden, or do they feel like they're invincible in some way because like, I don't know, they don't have a lot of years to live and they're just gonna die anyway, so like, I don't know, they might think like, I might as well make the best of my life and I don't know, I'm gonna steal. Like, there's like a lot of things that you guys might be thinking when you hear all this. As seen in the clip that I have actually showed you in the beginning of the video, these items that they actually steal, they're not luxurious items, like they're not like MacBooks or like, you know, like high-end cameras or anything. They're actually usually like relatively cheap items, and most of the time it is food. At most, they only steal up to like 30,000 yen worth of items, which is only about like $30 US. Of course, it's not okay no matter how less the price is, because stealing is stealing, and by stealing maybe you're like helping your livelihood, but you're of course like it's affecting like other people's livelihood as well. But most of these old people that get their hands on these crimes are usually not doing this under their own will, and it is usually because of financial difficulties. And I think it has a lot to do with the whole pension system here in Japan. The pension system is not really built to 100% support senior citizens, because the system is built to assume that these recipients are going to make family in the future, and these families, so their kids, are going to support them plus the pension fee they're going to receive, which is why it's just not built to 100% to support individuals. In Japan, there's actually been like a big movement where like more people are not making kids, and bottom line, not even like getting married, which is why there's like a lot of these old people that end up being alone and they just don't have anyone to really depend on, which is why when they do end up having to live with their pension, it's just not enough, which is why they do end up with like financial problem. But within these people, there are actually some who actually don't have any financial struggles whatsoever, and they even have like a family to support them. And for these old people, there's actually a lot of different reasons why they shoplift. But if I were to say some of like the most assumed reason, it would be like due to dementia, and basically their ability of understanding what is right or wrong has weakened, which is why, I don't know, they start to think it's okay to take items that they want and just like leave without paying. Or it can actually be caused from loneliness. Basically, the reason why they shoplift is because what happens if you shoplift and you get caught? You get attention. Maybe not like positive attention, but like you do get a lot of attention. Of course, like people are going to ask you why you're doing this, and all of a sudden you have like all these people that are, you know, looking at you, that are interested in you in some way. And finally, there were actually some old people that actually do this just for boredom, because they just had so much time, and I don't know, maybe they felt like a thrill from shoplifting. But yeah, there were some people that literally like they have money, they have like the money to pay for, but they were just so bored, like they just decide to shoplift. So yeah, it is very clear that these old people are not doing this for no reason. This issue is actually predicted that it will only continue to grow, because Japan is a growing age society, and we actually live in this era where it will be normal for like people to live over 100 years old, which means that there's going to be more people that are prone to dementia, and also there's like continuous movement of people still not getting kids and people still not getting married, which we can assume that this problem will only get bigger. And I really hope that when you guys watch this video, I don't want to like scare you guys and like, you know, give like a message that like old people in Japan are like, you know, thieves, so like, you know, be careful when you're like around old people in Japan, like, you know, hold your bag. Like that is not my intention at all. Actually, as I said before, these people don't want luxurious item, and it is usually because they have to get by every day. Of course, not all of them, but like, you know, a lot of them are just not really able to financially support themselves, which sort of influence them to do these types of crime. And if anything, I think we should all feel really sorry for these old people, because, you know, they're not really doing this because they want to. Some of these, okay, maybe some of them, like for like the people that do it when they're bored, like maybe they did want to, but like for like the people that are struggling financially, I don't think they really want to. I think they sort of had to survive. I did give you guys some reasons why more elderly people are starting to shoplift, but of course that's not all the reasons. Like there were actually some reasons that some grandparents, they actually hesitated to ask their kids for help when they were actually financially struggling, because they had like the pressure that they had to take care of themselves with only the pension money that they were receiving. Of course, that is not the case. Like I've said before, the pension system, it's not built to 100% support the recipient. If you guys have any grandparents, make sure that they know that you're always there to help them. Or maybe if you haven't like talked to your parents, or maybe your grandparents that are retired and just have like a lot of free time in their hands now, let them know that they're loved, and make sure that they're not feeling lonely. Because though we're talking about Japan, this can really happen to any, like, you know, old people or like people over 65 if we're talking about like people in this video. And yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. I think today I talked about like a very minor issue here in Japan. I tried to make this really interesting. I'm sorry if you guys didn't find it interesting. If you did, please like and subscribe. Like always, if you guys have any thoughts, please let me know down in the comment section below. And yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.